Robbins. I'm the president and CEO of SMW Autoblok USA. I've been around this company in one form or another since 1989. When I came here, we offered about 10 different kinds of chucks, and that's what we were. We were a chuck company. Over the years, we've purchased a lot of our competition, other work holding companies, to become the SMW Autoblok Group, which we are today, which now we're work holding of any sort, and now we're automation and electronics also. So SMW Autoblok started in 1942 and as Autoblok SPA in Italy. We were nothing but a job shop, and our owner was approached by Fiat in Torino because they had all these American chucks on American manufacturing equipment, but they couldn't get spare parts. It was World War II. So they said, can you reverse engineer these? And our founder, Domenico Bronzino, said, sure, made them. And then they came back and said, these are better than the parts that were in a chuck. Can you make a chuck? And he said, sure. And he made a chuck, and it was better. And then he made a cylinder, and it was better. And from that's where we started. From there, we've gone from making 3 or 4 different kinds of chucks back in the 40s to now our work holding catalogs are from our rotating portfolio, we're 500 and odd pages. Our stationary product, which is vices, fixture components and things like that, we're 300 pages. And we now have automation and electronic products, so we have a full line of not only pneumatic grippers, but the first predictable grip force and movement on an electronic gripper in the industry. The benefits of partnership are a few-fold. The biggest benefactor is the customer, because the customer not only now gets a machine tool manufacturer, they get tooling manufacturers who provide basic solutions for their application. But what I say to people is, if you're applying for one application, you're doing your customer an injustice. Because if you're not selling flexibility where I can take my product now and move it from job to job just by changing top tooling or fixturing, you're selling somebody something they can use once. I'd rather sell somebody something that they can use over and over, and that's the value of partnerships. And Okuma as a company, because Okuma, being one of the top manufacturers of machine tools in the world, complements what we do, being one of the top work holding manufacturers in the world. You know, I have an unfair advantage. I called on Okuma for many years as a salesman. So a lot of my friends now are either running the company or in management positions. So it makes my job a little easier, but we still have to earn every job we take. We still have to give the best solution. And I think the thing that makes us a good partner and Okuma a great partner is I have no problem saying, hey, listen, we're not as good at that as these guys. And I'll give competitors' names out. I'll be happy to provide just different solutions that I don't sell. And the shock that you see on people's faces, generally end users, because they're used to it here, but our general conversations hinge around what's best for the customer and what gives the customer the best feeling from dealing with us as a partnership. And that's where the partnership comes in. You know, like I said, when I first started with the company, we were a chuck company. And as you see, we still show our acrylic chuck, which is our quick draw change chuck. You'll hear a lot of people talk about quick draw change. We are the original quick draw change chuck company. But when we bought SMW Germany, that added that to our product line. So we now are a company that sells solutions. We don't sell a product anymore. You know, very few people come to us and buy just the product out of a box. Our mix used to be about 30% specials, 70% standards. We're about 75% specials, almost 80% now, and the standard product is only what we sell them as a base product. So, as I said, we've morphed from a work holding company to a work holding company that now offers a full complement of automation products, whether it be electronic gripper or electrically powered grippers. We offer the only gripper on the market that offers feedback. So now I can give you, instead of having to open all the way and close all the way, I can open to a set position. I can set my clamping force, no one else can do that. I can give you feedback and reporting and power that wirelessly. So now through the use of inductive coupling technology, I can simultaneously transfer data and energy across a air gap, no wires. So now envision a gripper rotating 360 degrees with no wires, no hydraulic lines, no pneumatic lines. And we do make a full line of pneumatic grippers also, but we've even improved those by making the changer electronic. So now instead of having to worry about wearing pins, we now worry about wearing our gripper fingers. So to be honest, we've come from being a work holding solutions company to a total solutions company.